The changing of the guard is now official at The Tonight Show. Jimmy Fallon will take over for Jay Leno starting next spring, and both men talked about it, of course, on their shows last night. NBC's Kristen Dahlgren is in Los Angeles with the latest. Kristen, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Savannah. Not just Los Angeles, Burbank. This is the lot where The Tonight Show has filmed almost every year since Johnny Carson moved it here in 1972. But now the show is headed towards you, back east to New York with a new host.
On the show's Wednesday night,
I want to congratulate our good friend Jimmy Fallon. He is a hell of a guy. He's going to do a great job.
There was no shortage of material.
Well, today I accepted a new position. I am going to be the head basketball coach at Rutgers University. Thank you very much.
This is Late Night with Jimmy Fallon for now.
After an admittedly awkward few weeks,
NBC and I have reached a peaceful, amicable agreement that is both beneficial to both sides. April Fool!
NBC announced it had reached a deal, and The Tonight Show will go to Jimmy Fallon and move back to New York next spring.
Starting in February, I'm going to be hosting The Tonight Show here on NBC. A lot more emotional. Yeah. It's a lot more emotional for me than I thought it was going to be, because I didn't know when anything was happening or we were going to say anything today, and then you start thinking of everything and you realize all the people that you have to thank. I got to say thanks to Jay Leno for being so gracious.
Leno has helmed The Tonight Show since Johnny Carson retired in 1992 and famously left once before when Conan O'Brien took over for just a few months before Jay came back. Network execs hoping Fallon can draw a younger demographic.
Tonight, my ratings were all right.
But while Leno joked about leaving as #1 in the ratings, on Today in 2009, he said this.
The way The Tonight Show works is they always want you to leave it while it's still on top. Mm-hmm. And I get that.
We're still friends, right?
Of course we're still friends.
Making for what many hope is a much smoother transition when Leno leaves this time.
Jimmy Fallon is a very famously nice guy. He doesn't want to be perceived as pushing Leno out of the chair. When Leno signed his last contract, I think he knew this was it.
Now, overnight, @Jimmy Fallon tweeted, "Today was one of the most exciting days of my life. I read every tweet and every post, and I thank you." Our congratulations go out to him as well. As for Jay Leno, he said in a statement, he's a famous car buff. He said, "I'll be at the garage," but Hollywood insiders Savannah say don't be surprised if you don't see him showing up on the air somewhere in the future.
All right, Kristen Dahlgren in Burbank for the time being. Kristen, thank you so much. Well, I think Jay Leno will have a lot of options.
Yep.
Yeah,
no question about it.
David Letterman said on his show last night, his mom called him and said, "So, Dave, I see you didn't get the Tonight Show again."
But he's moved on. It's fine. It's totally fine.